Hi everybody, this is Axel Ritt of DIGGER speaking. I'm just on tour with DIGGER on the Healed by Metal Part 2 tour in Europe, sitting in the coach, as you can see. And I got lots of emails in the last weeks by fans who are interested in the gear I'm going to use on this stage. And I thought it could be helpful to take some pictures of my equipment and do some short explanations, what I use, why I'm going to use it, and the way I use it. So I took some pictures and I did this short movie to entertain you. I hope you like it, and I hope it would be helpful for those of you who are also musicians or interested in music or whatever. So have fun, and I hope I see you at one of our upcoming shows. See you, bye. By the way, I'm sorry that I looked that tired. It was pretty late yesterday evening. Sorry. So, of course, we're gonna start with the guitars. I do the tour with 4 guitars, all manufactured by Framers. I got 3 electric guitars and 1 acoustic guitar. The electric guitars are custom made for me by Framers. They are all Pantera stuff. Got 1 of the Pantera 1 series, and I got 2 of the Pantera Supreme 2 series, and all with my special finish, the zebra or black white stripes or whatever you like to call it. And they all got scalloped fretboards, they got EMG pickups, and they built mahogany, of course, yes, mahogany body, mahogany neck, and ebony fretboard. And as you can see on the right side, there is an acoustic guitar as well. It's the Legacy of Framers, also with the black white finish, because we do have 1 ballad in our set list, and this is gonna played with the acoustic guitar. So I think that's all in all for this picture, starting with the next one. So this is the actual backline, and it's not set up on stage, it's set up in my studio. I did this video in advance, and I did some small rehearsals by myself with the whole gear and to be prepared for the tour. And as you can see, I got a double setup done by using Kettner. I got 2 Tri-Amp Mark III heads by using Kettner and 2 412 cabinets. And there are a little different setup. As you can see, these cabinets are on the side, because for me it doesn't make sense to use them in the regular way, so that you got 2 speakers at the bottom doing straight stuff and 2 doing the upper stuff, because I'm working with InEar and there is no sense to use this beam for my ears. But if you put them on the side, you gotta, not, of course, not Dolby surround stuff, but you got this surround stuff, because this case, the drummer, for example, got 2 speakers, and the audience got 2 speakers as well, because my gear is set on the side of the stage in an angle of 90 degrees, so that the whole sound is across the stage. And in addition to that, I use 2 D-Flex, these diffuser stuff, awesome stuff, because they do even more surround stuff as well. So the whole stage is covered with guitar sound. Also, when you don't have the monitor system on, I can talk half an hour about that. You have to hear it. If you ever do have the chance, check out one of these D-Flex stuff. It's unbelievable. So yeah, just listen, don't talk, listen. So here are my 2 body packs. One is for my InEar System by LD Systems, and one is the guitar transmitter. It's done by T-Bone by Musikhaus Thomann. And the cable you see is built by Cordial. It's the Cordial cable. It's the very first time that I'm doing a tour with a guitar transmitter because of, yeah, let's call it show reasons. Yeah? But all of my cables I'm going to use on stage are by Cordial, awesome company. And but the sound of this T-bone is pretty well. I didn't expect that it's so close to a cable, and so I decided to do this tour with a transmitter. Yeah, well, it got an accumulator in there, and accumulator? Is that the right word? I'm not sure at the moment, to be honest. A battery you can charge. Well, you know what I mean, yeah? A chargeable battery. Sorry. And, well, yeah, that's for this picture. So this is the very first pedal board I got in my signal chain. And last tour I got this to my feet beside my amp switcher. And this time it's on top of my heads. Because I didn't want to do so much cable stuff from the guitar transmitter to the pedal board to my feet and back, and so I decided, well, tuning and for one song the flanger stuff I can do by hand. Yeah, well, why not? All done by DIGGER. On the left side is an iStomp, where you can load your favorite sound in, and the right side is the tuner, the HD6 of DIGGER. Yeah, nothing special, good working stuff, all built on a board, and yeah, that's it. The second board, yeah, you can't call it floorboard because this is not on the floor as well. It's on one of my heads as well, as you can see. It's a DIGGER Harmony Man. I only use as an octaver and DIGGER delay. And both things, well, not both things. The delay I use a lot, even in rhythm sections. The Harmony Man I only use at the song Tattooed Rider, as well with the flanger, also just in Tattooed Rider, also switched by hand. Yeah, of course, I can do it by feet, but I'd use this one, or this solution, because I can use small cables, and yeah, I don't know why, to be honest. Doing by hand is fine for me, and the less you get to your feet, the easier it's to handle. But this can be decided by everybody the way he likes to do. So, well. So here is a very special setup. Well, very special are big words. Let's say some additional stuff I didn't use before. It's for the acoustic guitar. I use one of the new compressors of Engel, and I use a DI box to get a low impedance for the front of house guy, and for my InEar system, because I do the whole InEar stuff by myself, the monitor mix. You can see in the next picture. And so nothing special, but the compressor is pretty well working. I don't know what Engel did, but it was very simple to handle and makes a great job, really. This is the other end of my InEar and transmitter stuff. You see, the lower one is the receiver of the guitar signal. The upper one is the transmitter to my InEar monitor system. Yeah, I often do have problems not to say the wrong thing. So who's transmitter and who is receiver? Because the other way around, depending on what system you're talking about. You know what I mean, of course. This is the thing I was talking about. It's my own monitor desk, small monitor desk. It's not that special, but the thing is, you see on channel 1, I take a separate guitar mic only for my in-ear. So all in all, I got 3 microphones in front of my cabinets. 2 are for the front of house guy doing his mix, and I got a third microphone just for my mix. And that's switched on channel 1. On channel 2, I get my monitor way from the monitor guy, who gives me drums and all the stuff I'd like to hear, and I can do the volume by myself. And channel 3 is my acoustic guitar. So it's not the way that I'm doing the complete monitor mix by myself with every single tom and all that stuff. But the main thing is I can decide by myself which volume is my guitar and the rest of the band. And for those of you who work the regular way, know what's a very relaxing situation if you can move by yourself the volume of your own instrument and the rest of the band. So this is very helpful. The backside of my little mixer and the in-ear and transmitter stuff. So you see there's only one cable. I do everything in mono. I don't do a stereo mix. I could do, but it's not that main difference for me. So I decided to do it once again the very easy way. It's just out of the mixing desk into the transmitter and sending it on my InEar system. That's why there's only one cable plugged in the mixer, in the Behringer mixer. This is the backside of my amplification system. You see there are 2 heads, the Mark III Triumph by using Kettner. One is spare and one is working. So at the moment it looks a little different because it's a little bit mixed up. In regular cases the loudspeaker cable of the left one should be plugged in the right one, but this was the time when I checked both heads if both are working. And one is the main amp, I do everything. The second is only spare if the first one blows up or something happened. So it's good, well, not say good, it's very important to get everything double on stage. Cables of course, but imagine you only got one amp with you and this one breaks down, then the show is gone. For example, with the bass, if it comes to horrible stuff like this, like exploding amps or whatever, you can play with a direct injection box into the monitor system and you can do the show, or you can bring the show to an end. But with guitar, without amp, the show is gone if you need some high gain or distortion sound. So, and one last thing, this is my InEar system by the German company InEar. It's a Live Pro 4 system, very good one. And simply go to inear.de and check out what these guys do have in their rooster. It's awesome stuff, well sounding, and yeah, I think that's all. Have a nice day, have a nice evening, have a nice whatever, and I hope I see you at one of our upcoming shows. Bye.